Well, there's new and surprising details in Hawaii's false missile alert. The United States Justice Department investigating Apple now, and fighting Facebook's new Kids Messenger app. All that and more just ahead on your Tech News Today for January 31st. And a special thanks to our sponsor, iDrive. Back up all your PCs, Macs, and mobile devices with one affordable iDrive account at iDrive.com. The FCC has released its first results of its internal investigation into last month's false nuclear missile alert across the state of Hawaii. And it seems the message that we've been given from the state of Hawaii is not exactly what happened. Hawaiian state officials first said that the false missile attack was generated by an overly fatigued nighttime employee. They originally said that he triggered the false alert during a morning shift change. And that's when millions of cellular telephones lit up with the false missile attack warning. Now, because the message was transmitted across the wireless network, the Federal Communications Commission investigated and found that the employee, whoever it was who sent out the false attack warning, did it on purpose. He actually thought the state was under attack. A night shift supervisor, acting on his own, decided to test the incoming morning crew with an unannounced missile exercise. Pretending to be the United States Navy's Pacific Command, that night shift supervisor made this announcement: exercise, exercise, exercise. And this is not a drill. Naturally, the employee who made the mistake failed to hear the words exercise, exercise. Wouldn't you? He thought the bomb was really coming, and he purposefully clicked the alert. Now, the FCC report illuminates a number of things. First, how unprepared Hawaii's emergency agency actually was, and still may be. Inadequate safeguards, congested phone lines, a long-delayed response time, 38 minutes because the governor of Hawaii couldn't remember his Twitter password. And of course, there was the state of Hawaii's misleading initial story that seems to have had nothing to do with reality. Of course, the Hawaiian government says it's already taken steps to make sure something like this doesn't happen again, but those steps apparently do not include firing anybody who engaged in the whole distressful event. And speaking of investigations, the United States Department of Justice is investigating whether Apple violated Security and Exchange Commission laws when it intentionally slowed down older iPhones. Now, much of the investigation will look into whether Apple failed to let investors know what was going on, and whether Apple allowed insiders with advanced knowledge to make stock trades before the information was announced publicly. Last month, of course, Apple admitted to the purposeful slowdown, and they explained that they were trying to help processors of old iPhones keep pace with older iPhone batteries. Of course, last month, Apple admitted to the slowdown. They said they did it on purpose to help older iPhone processors with older batteries keep up with new software. And after the news report circulated, Apple offered replacement batteries at a highly discounted rate. And of course, Facebook is in the news again today. There's a Boston-based child advocacy group. It's going head-to-head with Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, urging Facebook to scrap the Messenger Kids app, the new app that's aimed at children under the age of 13. In a letter to Facebook's CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, the group calls itself the Campaign for a Commercial-Free Childhood, teamed up with 19 other organizations as well as child experts to highlight the damage that social media can have on young children. They explain that younger kids have no idea as to what's appropriate to share and who is supposed to have access to their conversations and pictures. And of course, I think we all know a lot of adults who don't understand any of this either. The group says that Facebook is being, and I'm quoting now, especially irresponsible by encouraging preschoolers to develop a social media habit. Facebook naturally defends its app by saying what it always says. It's working to make the best experience for users and families. And you're up to date with our Tech News Today. Thanks again to iDrive for sponsoring Tech News. iDrive is the place to store all of your data. Back up all of your devices with just one affordable account at iDrive.com.